Hi everyone, I'm Yuvika and today we have Mr. Jasneet Singh with us today. So sir, would you like to tell us about yourself first?
Uh, I'm the country head for a UK-based body called as the Chartered Institute of Security Investments, and I've been working with them for almost about 11 years now. We're based out of Mumbai, but it's it's the internationally well-renowned global chartered body.
Okay sir, so first of all today you gave us a lecture here. So how was your experience at UBS?
Well, I must say that when I entered the UBS campus, I saw a sign which mentioned India's first green campus. And let me be honest, it has actually lived up to the expectations, the kind of greenery that you have over here. And I was even happier when I interacted with the students because the students did surprise me in a very good way. They were very interactive, very focused. And I think a lot of credit has to go to your faculty and the management who have brought so many students over here. And I think it's a lovely ambience to be a part of. So very happy to be at UBS today.
So sir, since you have worked with companies like Prudential Finance and Deutsche Bank, so what are your key learnings over all these years?
When I started my journey in 2009, I started with these big, companies that you mentioned about, right? And my learning was great. I learned a lot about, work culture, ethics. I learned about how to work in big teams. My supervisors were very helpful. But very early in my life, I understood that I'm not cut out for a big organization because I'm someone who wants to get noticed for the kind of job I do. So very quickly shifted after spending a year and a half with these companies to CISI where I'm working right now. So as I mentioned, it's been 11 years now. And I think what really drive me towards a little smaller organization was the fact that, I wanted to make sure that, the effort that I'm putting in, they get noticed and, I think it's really worked well in my favor because as you can see, I started as a manager and today I'm the country head. So I think the journey has been really, really fruitful. But to be honest, I've learned from each and every company that I work with, including the ones that you mentioned.
So sir, since you're a finance person, so what are the skill sets or the qualities that you think that a student must have if they want to go in that direction?
See, financial services is an ever-evolving field and industry. Any student who is making or looking to make a career in financial services has to be updated with the latest know-how and happenings. There's a concept called as continuous professional development. Your learning will not stop after you pass out from this campus. I did my MBA in 2009, but every day still I try to learn something or the other. I would suggest, they read newspapers like Economic Times, Business Standards, follow websites like Money Control, and they need to be aware about the latest know-how of financial services world because financial services regulations are ever evolving. Every 2 months, you have a latest regulation coming into the picture as Dodd-Frank, GDPR, UCITS. So I would strongly, advise the students to keep themselves updated with the latest know-how.
So, sir, since you are the country head of CISI, then what are the challenges that you face on your day-to-day basis?
I think some of the challenges that you face is that how you can innovate on an ongoing basis. So coming up with new strategies, brainstorming with the team as to how we can take our certifications globally to let's say a student population in a remote area, and I think but also that's a very sweet challenge because when some of your strategy works, it really uh, inspires you going forward and brings a smile on your face that okay, I thought about it a couple of years back and it's clicked. It's like a homecoming. So I think innovating is something which sometimes is a challenge, but I think it's a good challenge which keeps you going as well.
So, sir, since you are in that position, then what? How do you deal with the stress that the job brings?
Well, right now, I ensure firstly that I work 5 days a week. My weekends are strictly my time, where I do a lot of trekking, adventure sports, right? Spend time with family, travel. But the first 5 years of, for example, anyone who's watching us, especially the student population, they should know that the first 5 years is going to be hard, because you are trying to make a mark in the industry. You also want to prove yourself. So be prepared to invest in yourself for the first 5 years. And then once you have done that, I think you can have a look at the work-life balance of making sure that you have your Monday to Friday for work, but Saturday, Sunday, you should try to keep it for yourself.
So, sir, do you have any advice for the students at UBS and the students watching?
Well, my only piece of advice would be that firstly, the UBS students that I interacted with today are a very bright bunch of students, and I could see the focus in them when I interacted with them. All I'll tell them is don't let this focus shift and keep on growing, keep on learning. And again, I'll repeat myself, invest in yourself.
Well, thank you so much for your
Absolute
time,
pleasure.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.